Staying on, you've got to stay on Mamdani. Yesterday, he announced the site for New York's city-run grocery store. In his speech, he mocked President Reagan's famous words. Watch this.
Standing here this morning, I cannot help but think of the words of our 40th president, Ronald Reagan. He famously said, "The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, 'I'm from the government and I'm here to help.'" It's a good quote, but I disagree. I think 9 more terrifying words are actually, "I worked all day and can't feed my family." We are going to use the power of government to lower prices and make it easier for New Yorkers to put food on the table. It's not just that government can help, it's that government must help, and our government will help.
Where is Art Laffer when you really need him? Oh, here he is, here he is. Art, you were the author of Reaganomics. You wrote it down on the back of a napkin in 1974. And now Mamdani is mocking you and Reagan. Have at it.
Well, let me just say that Mamdani is the gift that just keeps on giving, problem after problem after problem. I mean, it's just amazing. And, you know, everything depends upon results, Stuart. It all does. Reagan's results, we know we had the greatest period of prosperity ever. I can guess what Mamdani's results are going to be. It reminds me of Keir Starmer over in Britain after they won the massive election. They were all elated and yelling and shouting and screaming and breaking their arms, patting themselves on the back like Mamdani. Just wait and watch. When they get crushed by markets and crushed by people leaving, they will be crying just like Keir Starmer's crying today. "I don't want to leave. It was a blah, blah, blah." You know, it's just an amazing repetition of the same mistakes over and over and over again. If you saw my debate with Emmanuel Saez on the wealth tax in California, now 2-hour debate at Berkeley, which I had with him, and you can get it on YouTube, you'll see my responses in great detail and great precision as to what really is going to happen. It's just terrifying.
Terrifying, good word. One more for you, Art. Incoming Fed Chair Kevin Warsh is going to be sworn in this Friday. Will he raise rates this year? Should he raise rates this year?
Yeah, I'm going to be at that swearing in. By the way, it's going to be loads of fun. I think the world of Kevin Warsh. No, Kevin Warsh is a different type of Fed chairman than you've seen since Paul Volcker and Alan Greenspan. I mean, a huge change. He believes that stabilizing spot commodity prices ultimately will stabilize prices. He believes that he should do that by changing the monetary base or the balance sheet of the Fed. By selling bonds in the open market, you contract that monetary base, and sooner or later, inflation will stop and slow down. The exact opposite of what Powell has been saying. So I am very enthusiastic about that, but you shouldn't follow what happens to rates. You should watch the balance sheet of the Fed carefully. And if he controls spot commodity prices with that balance sheet, sooner or later we're going to get a lot lower inflation and a lot lower interest rates. He is the godsend to monetary policy. I mean, I couldn't be more excited about his coming on than I am. It's just amazing.
I just want clarity here. Warsh wants to take money. He wants to manipulate the amount of money in the economy. Is that right?
In response to price changes on spot commodity prices, yes. If spot commodity prices are rising too rapidly, what you do is you sell bonds in the open market, which means you reduce the monetary base and the balance sheet of the Fed. And by doing that, by having less liquidity in there in response to the change in prices, you will then bring down those spot commodity prices, which in due course, just the way Volcker did, in due course will bring down inflation and interest rates. When Volcker took office, Stuart, when we took office, the prime interest rate in the U.S. was 21.5%.
I remember.
I think it was 4 years later. 4 years later, Volcker had it down to 3.4% inflation, and interest rates just came crashing down.
It worked.
I think Kevin Warsh will do that same thing that Volcker did, and I'm just so proud that he's our next Fed chairman.
And
He'll take a while to get his sea legs, if you know what I mean, for the Fed, but he's on this track.
Good. Art Laffer, always a pleasure. Don't be a stranger. We'll see you again real soon.
Thank you very much, Stuart.
Sure thing, man.